views expressed on this program are those of the hosts, guests, and callers, and are not necessarily those of this station, its management, or other advertisers. You're listening to Transformation Talk Radio.
Welcome to Conscious Creation with actress, author, and healer Dee Wallace. If you want to take charge of your life, really take charge of your life, the next hour will be a fun, enlightening experience in creating the life you want. Whether it's money, health, success, or relationships, join Dee in celebrating the power of you and see your life expand into joyful creation. To join Dee now, call 319-527-6305. And don't forget, Dee can also be heard on BBS Radio, iTunes, the Empowerment Channel at the Connect Me Radio Network. You can also hear Dee on Get Inspired Media Network, Transformation Talk Radio, UBN, Universal Broadcasting Network, plus News for the Soul Broadcasting. And now, here's Dee.
Hello, all you amazing, fabulous, incredible, magnificent, so very flippin' loved and darn sexy people. I'm telling you, we've gone into overdrive. We've gone into another dimension. We've broken through yet the next veil in the information, the expansion of who we are and our understanding of how it all works. If you're calling in for the first time, please press 1 now. If you'd like to talk to the channel, if you've already pressed 1, don't press it again because we'll lose you. Okay? I have some wonderful, incredible information for you today. First of all, I want to invite you all again to check out the Little Child Experience. Boy, we're having some really lovely big breakthroughs with people who are doing this program. As you know, it is my belief in the channel's information that the little girl or the little boy within you is running the show in a lot of cases. If you are fighting yourself in any way against what you want, your creation is going to be limited. So if what you were taught or put together or modeled as a child is in direct conflict with what you want now, which certainly is the case in a lot of areas, then you're going to want to help your little child and take over and guide them and retrain them. So the Little Child Experience, I believe it's on the homepage. I want to invite you again to enjoy Sandra Pelly and I in Canada on July 7th, 8th, and 9th. It's going to be a whole workshop dedicated to learning how we do the work, and also really dedicated to bringing out information from our little child. And this Wednesday, I'm going to be on Masterworks Healing for my monthly call. So I hope you'll join us there. I have an email from Sarah in Florida, and she says, look, I'm new. I've been listening for a month or so, and I'm just, want to suck all this information in now. And she's asking, what are the best webinars for me to take? Well, my answer, Sarah, and to all of you, we have webinars on the site that address just about any subject you might be working on. So you really do want to take time to look through and see what subjects apply to the thing in your life that you're focused on right now. I would say for everybody overall, I would take the Balance webinar podcast, because you get the sheets that I work with. You get it with the Balance program. Also, spirituality and religion is an amazing one, because well, back to the little child, it kind of dovetails, you know. Many spiritual people on spiritual paths are subconsciously still fighting their religious upbringing and limiting messages. And this was an amazing webinar that actually explained the difference and how the two can work together. And the other one I would recommend everybody is the channeling. Guys, everybody can channel. You can channel. And when you start channeling, you get 24/7 guidance. So, Sarah, those are the webinars. She also asked about the best training. Hands down would be Creation Station and the I Love Me Play Shop. You will get not only how to do the work, but the understanding of the work. And those two programs, priceless as far as I'm concerned. And if you ever wanted to do the live in my home Creation Station 2 training, you need to have participated in the Creation Station recorded program that's available on I Am Dee Wallace. And she wanted to know what the best deal was. I thought that was such a funny question. Well, for sure, it's the year privates, guys, because usually the privates are $300 for a 50-minute session. When you buy the year, it's $1,200, which means it's $100 a session. It's kind of a no-brainer. So I want to get on to the incredible information. Okay, so thank you, Sarah, and welcome. They were reminding me to be nice and complete that. All right, remember last week we talked about the space that when we were directing energy, we were holding ourselves and we were holding matter, right? But we weren't aware of the space in between. And they explained it as the space of me or the space of you. And so I asked them to give me some definition about space so we could be more clear on it. And these next 5 things are what they gave me. Space is when you are totally in your knowing. Now, of course, okay, well, they just want me to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I'll tie it in together for you. Space, number 2, is where there is no self-judgment, and ergo, no judgment. When you are in your space, you are not in necessarily the reality of your physical beingness. Number 3, we are integrated in our space when there is no positive, no negative, and no duality. There just is. We just are. Number 4, you are in your space when there are no addictions to trouble or your old stories or your old self-definitions, because that would create the duality, wouldn't it? You're either everything or you're limited. And number 5, you're in this space when you're totally free to define yourself, not through your past stories or your old belief systems, but this is who I want to be, and therefore this is who I am. So when we live in the world of all possibilities, we are in our knowing. And there is no judgment because everything is possible. So we're not limited in ourselves. Other people are not limited. The world is not limited. God is not limited. All possibilities, which means there are no positive and negatives and no duality. There just is what is. can't be addicted to your old self if you're living in the space where you are everything. So, in order to move into the space of me, your chakras must be open. And every private I've done this week, we've gone back to the chakras and how important it is for your chakras to stay open. And in order to get to the space of me, we have to allow all possibilities, everything new. So we're going to claim now, before we go to the calls, I am the space of me. Now, you know, you can't just hear it. You've got to take action on it. So right now, drop into your heart, find your love place, and we're claiming powerful divine love. I am the space of me. They're suggesting that everybody do that all week so that you can start physically getting the sensation of living in the space. Is there anything else? Okay. I can go to the calls. All righty. So, have your question ready. Again, if you want to speak with the channel, press 1 now so we can get you in the lineup. Actually, guys, from now on, as soon as you call in, if you press 1, you get put into the lineup. Okay? We're going to start with Michelle in Illinois. Hi, babe.
Hi, Dee. How are you? It's thrilling to be talking to you this morning.
Thank you. Thanks for calling in.
Oh, thanks for taking my call. So I've been reading Neil Donald Walsh's book that you suggested, Conversations of God 4. Awesome book. I love him as well. I have done courses with him, and I love you as well. And I feel both of you are both helping me on the path to what is next in my life. I've had major transformations over the last almost 3 years, and I just feel like I'm at a point where I'm visiting everywhere, visiting who I used to be, who I want to be, and trying to figure out who I am right now along the way. And I guess I know you might need it to be more specific.
No, I've got your
channels
answer.
have to say. Oh,
yeah.
Thank you.
Because you can't be who you are in this moment when you're visiting the past, Michelle.
Yes.
Okay, so that's the space. That's the space they're talking about. Is can you be here now? Quit trying to fix yourself. You're big on fixing yourself. There's nothing.
Yes.
There's nothing to fix. There's only to live consciously. Do you understand the difference?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I need to live in the moment and stop getting out of my own head in my own way. I just not sure how to quite do that.
Well, okay. Let me give you a real simple way to do that. Whenever you experience yourself, because you are a little bit addicted to fixing yourself, Michelle. So when you feel that addiction or that need, and this is, what religion were you raised, please?
Orthodox Catholic.
Yeah. Well, there you go. You know, you're not worthy to sit at the hand of God. So let's just spend our whole life trying to fix ourselves so we'll be okay to get to heaven. They got it wrong, Michelle.
Yeah.
They got it wrong because back in the old days, the church and the kings and the queens, they had to control everybody else, right?
Yeah.
So the best way to control people, as we're seeing in our country right now, is fear.
Yeah.
Okay, so fear is what is driving you to need to fix yourself. Oh my God, I'm not good enough yet. You were good enough the day you were born, Michelle. The day you were born. We're just here to learn to be happy because we can create ourselves and create our own energy with our choice and direction. So you want to choose and direct your focus to be on What's Great with Michelle. Every morning you get up, and I bet you haven't done this very often. Wow. I am awesome and fabulous and magnificent. Show me how fabulous I am today. Let's go.
You know, what's funny is I have been working on that, and then it feels like things have...
Michelle, you see, right in that statement, I'm going to show you where you're off. I have been working on that.
Yeah.
There is no work involved. There's no work involved, honey.
Why do I want to keep working? I want to play, but I keep working.
Because you want to fix yourself, and you got the message that the harder you work, the better you are.
Yeah.
That the more you earn your way, and that's a big one, earn your way. Who gave you that message? Who gave you the message you have to earn your way? Was it Dad?
Gee, no. Actually, it seems like I've always been raised with more of a somebody needs to take care of you mentality, and I've lost that now being divorced, and now I have to take care of me. Yeah,
and that's the biggest blessing that's ever happened to you. Because you're never going to learn that you create you easily by feeling good and holding the focus on what you want. So what your dad's message gave you, Michelle, was Michelle's not capable of working hard enough to take care of herself, so somebody else always has to do it. And that's why you're still chasing all this. Let go, baby. Let go.
Yeah.
Let go and be happy, and because energy can't flow if you're working too hard. All right, darling. Good luck to you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Just start with this and start getting up every day saying that and see the difference it makes. Okay?
Awesome. Thank you.
All right,
Love
darling.
you. Take care. Bye-bye.
That was great for all of us. Katie in New York, you're on.
Hi, I'm Dee. How are you?
I'm great, honey. How are you?
I'm okay. I am in the process of taking the bar exam in a few weeks.
Yippee!
Oh my God, yes. But I'm currently working, and I kind of got transferred into a different department, and now I'm stuffing envelopes, and I hate it. And it's physically draining, but I feel scared to quit.
Okay, what does this have to do with the bar exam?
I need to focus on it and study.
Okay. So did it ever occur to you that maybe you're doing this kind of mundane work so that you don't have anything else to focus on right now and you can just focus on what you need to with the bar exam?
No, I mean, I kind of got transferred here, like I guess as a punish. I got offered a job, and I didn't take it. It paid less money than this one is, and I stayed with this one because it paid more money, and they wound up transferring me, and now I hate the job.
Okay, so they're taking me to the core belief, which is on the sheets I work with, which comes with the Balance podcast. Here we go. Here. Okay, so we're going back to the very first core belief. Everybody listen. I can never be God. I can never be the creation of me. I'm glad Michelle's still on because you need to hear this, Michelle. Everybody. Okay, so when we have that deep-seated belief, which we were all taught by society and religion and our parents because it just wasn't okay to know. You see, it'll play out in many different ways. You'll either never get what you want, or you'll get what you want and then you'll lose it, or you'll get what you want and you'll have to pay for it. And all of those scenarios are coming forward so that you can go, wow, I need to be more conscious to create what I want. But what we do is we go, yeah, see, I got screwed again. Instead of going, Nobody's out to screw me. The universe doesn't work that way. I know that. So what did I really want? So you took the job for money. You didn't care if it was stimulating you or what you were doing particularly. You took the job for money. So the universe is going, well, here's the money, Katie. How does that feel to have not been clear enough to ask about everything you want? Because you want money, but you also want challenge. You want to feel good about your work and like you're participating. All that's really, really important. And bottom line, the channel is saying just stay there and get through the exam. Just keep doing what you're doing and get through the exam and do everything you can to be happy about it. And then when you pass the bar, you will have learned the lesson. Be clear about what I want, be happy about what I want, and bring that in.
Well, I'm going to see if they're going to let me work part-time. I'm not sure if they're going to allow it or not. But, no, this is physically draining, so I don't really know what to do.
Well, why is it physically draining to stuff envelopes?
Because I'm stuffing like 200 a day. They're big envelopes. It's not little envelopes. It's just physically draining to me.
It's physically draining because you're fighting being there. You're not accepting being there.
Right.
And therefore you can't be happy about being there. And then you get tired. I'm telling you guys, if you get tired, you're in resistance to something.
Right. I'm definitely resisting it.
Okay.
That's for sure.
So that's what they're saying. There's an opportunity here to learn a big lesson that's going to turn everything around once you pass the bar.
So I don't have to quit to pass because I'm like, I should not focus all on the bar.
Is that what you want? What do you want? You want to be able to make money and focus on studying, right?
Yeah, that's exactly what I want, yeah.
Okay, and you want to feel good about it. Okay, and ultimately what you want is to pass the bar with flying colors and have an awesome job that pays you a lot of money that you really like and are challenged by. So that's what you hold your focus on.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah, I'll
try it. Katie, they're saying just try it. Just try it for 3 days and go, okay, I'm going to choose to go in and be really happy stuffing these envelopes. I'm going to hum to myself. I'm going to sing to myself. I'm going to do whatever I have to do to make this experience happy and see what turns around for you.
All right, I'll let you know. Thank you.
All right, darling. I know. I can hear the but. See, and that's what we all do. We get the information, we get the guidance, and then we go, yeah, but I think I want to do this, except that's not what you want to do or you wouldn't have called in. Lee in Los Angeles. Hi, you're on.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Wow. Okay. Presence, first attention on yourself, love yourself. It's so funny that I'm in the closet, and the question I have to ask you is like super personal. It has to do with my health, and I just wonder if it's appropriate.
Well, I don't, I can't imagine that anything you would want to ask would not be appropriate on this show. I'm asking the channel, there's no judgment here, you see, Lee. You're in fear of being judged.
Yep.
Yeah. So there's no judgment here because we know that judgment takes us down. And if you listen to my whole thing about space, when we're in the space of me, there is no self-judgment or judgment toward others. So let's move into the space. What's your question?
What do I need to do to fix these hemorrhoids I keep getting?
Oh, my goodness. I thought it was something a lot. Okay. Well, so I'm just going to, the first thing they said to me is you're full of shit.
Yes.
Okay. So you have to get,
already.
You've got to get rid of your shit more easily. Now, they're not just talking about physical shit, because physical shit is just, a physical manifestation of what's going on spiritually, sexually, energetically. Okay, so do I need the body book? No, good, because it's in the other room. But I would have gotten it. Sheets, book, song. Give me a move, baby.
The Way We Were, Love Story.
Okay. Well, those are two movies. So let's put them together because they're both about love. So, all right, quit doing whatever you're doing, Lee.
Okay.
Lee. Okay, too much noise.
Yeah.
It pulls my attention from the channel. Okay.
Okay.
So we're going to the subject of love, and now we're going to a core belief. All right, hang on a minute. This page here. I'm scared to death to be here. Why are you scared to death to be in love? And it's primarily self-love. It's like, oh my God, I don't dare love myself. What fear is there around loving yourself? Because it's really huge in you, and it's blocking you. I want you to hear those words, blocking you from expanding in your life, blocking you from flowing your shit out, blocking your money. I'm going to your dad. What message did your dad give you about loving yourself?
You can't love yourself. You're a piece of shit.
Well, there you go. If you want to tie it all together in one sentence, you can't love yourself. You are a piece of shit. Well, you're turning yourself into a piece of shit, Lee.
That was the words. I just realized it. It was everything I love turns to shit. That's what he used to say all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, welcome to you playing that out physically so that you can get it energetically. That's what I mean, working with your little children. So freaking important. You just heard this whole life opening that happened to her just now. Pretty freaking amazing. Okay?
Really?
And I'm telling you, the more you love yourself, the more you accomplish, the happier you are, the more flow you have, the more your shit flows and your hemorrhoids clear up. They're also, my channel is so funny. They're saying prune juice helps too, Lee. So I pick up some prune juice. Okay?
Thank you.
Yeah, you bet, honey. You got a major life shift here of insight today. Don't live out the prognosis that your father gave you. Okay? He didn't know.
Yeah, it wasn't true for him either. So there. Yes, thank you.
You bet, sweetheart. You bet. Wow. I hope you guys all followed that. That was, wow, eye-opening for all of us. Miss Nancy in New Jersey. Hi, baby. What's up?
Hi. Well, I've always wanted to make a contribution. Like since second grade, I wanted to be like an adventurer, an explorer, be somebody to be the first to do something. So, okay, first 30 years of my life were fine and perfect and wonderful and smooth and harmonious. And then the shit hit the fan, and for the next 40 years, I feel like I've been in the wilderness, and now I'm finally out of it, and I'm happy. And believe it or not, I'm sitting in front of my parents' gravesite, and it's like I had all this venom coming out as I was getting closer to the site. I haven't seen it with my mom's engraving on it, but I want to just drop this extremes, and the main thing is contributing. I feel like, you've gotten your calling, and these other people have gotten their calling, and they're directing their energy towards that.
Nancy?
I've got so many ideas. I don't know how to contribute, and I'm at 70, and I'm getting physically, I don't know. I want to do something, and
you
I
don't
need a
have
passion.
You don't have to get physically anything because you're 70 years old. Let's just start there. That's a belief system.
Yeah.
So let that go. There's a thing on the internet this morning. A grandfather who's 104 just welcomed his new grandson, great-grandson, into the world. Okay, so age is just a state of mind. I want you all to hear that. Age is just a state of mind.
No,
I
don't want to focus on age. I want to focus on contributing. Yes, I can contribute at age.
Okay,
70,
but Nancy,
100.
you said I've found my calling, and a lot of people have found their calling. You actually, and I want you to listen to this show over again, because you actually stated your calling, which is to let go of the extremes.
Okay, I'm in oneness. Now what? I'm in oneness. Now what?
Well, because when you're in oneness, then you can laser focus your energy and your commitment on things in a much easier way. When you keep going in and out, in and out, in and out, the focus gets split between too many endeavors. And I say to all of you, I hear this from so many of you in the private sessions. Well, I have to pick one. I have to pick one. You don't have to pick one. Pick 2 or 3 that you love, that you're passionate about creating, and then it will become very clear to you, yes, I want to keep all these 3 balls in the air. Whoops. Not that one so much. Let me just juggle these 2 balls. And then ultimately, maybe for some of you, it's like, this 1 ball's enough. I'm just going to keep throwing this ball and put everything I have into this ball. But me, I like a lot of balls. I like to act. I love my healing work. I love to speak. I like to do the shows that I do, And Joni and I have a big kind of joke in the office, because I never focus on what I have to do that day until that day.
Yeah.
Now, maybe that day means I have to focus on something that I have to get ready for a week from now, but I just have the ability to hold my focus on things that I really, really, really want to get done, that give me the high, right? And that I'm excited to do, Nancy. So being more in balance, which is really going to be easier for you now after your mother's passing, that.
Yeah.
Right? Is going to help you hold the focus on what you choose. But don't think if you choose 2 things, that means they're both going to suffer because you're doing 2 things. Right now, you can't take any action because you're going, well, which one? I can't choose. So you can't take any action from that place. Do you understand?
Yes, and I just attended a SEMA event in Montreal last night, and I'm having fun with people. I've been so isolated. My new contribution, in a sense, is to enjoy people and share wisdoms and share truths and lighten up. And
you bet, Nancy.
That's play. Play is the game.
And play is a big thing for you, honey. And that is enough for you to focus on to put back into the world and for yourself. That's enough right now. Do you understand?
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
All right, sweetheart.
Thank you
for calling in. You
Thank
bet.
you. Bye.
You bet. Miranda in California. Hi, you're on.
Hi, thanks for taking my call.
Of course.
I would just love to know whether you get any channel messages regarding my career. I'm going back into the work field after a long break, and would just love some insight.
Miranda, they want to know, why did you take the break?
I think they know. I was busy doing other things, raising children, being there for the family.
Okay. So
I'm wanting to relax.
So there's two things that are coming in. Slow down. So first of all, it kind of goes to what we were talking to with Nancy. When you're in the space, you know that you create it all. So there's a little part of you that's apprehensive about going back into the workplace because you feel like you're going to have to give up other things.
Well,
you don't.
Okay.
You don't have to give up family. You don't have to give up personal time. You don't have to give up resting. And you do have to be conscious that you're the one that creates the balance in your life so that you can have all of that in your experience. Do you understand?
Oh, absolutely. That's
okay.
Yeah,
So this is resonating with you?
Oh, definitely.
Okay, good. So what you want to be sure of is that you say specifically what you want, because energy needs direction. I want to love this job. I want to work with beautiful, kind, loving, stimulating people. I want to be excited about going to work every day. I want beautiful balance with my family, so I always have enough time with them. I want beautiful balance with myself, so I always have time with myself to expand and be quiet and rest and garden and play and do whatever and I want good money flow, and I want beautiful health, because beautiful health allows me to do it all. That's what I want. That's what my direction for the energy is deliver all these things to me, because I don't have to choose. And I think that's kind of the message that we're bringing out about the space, that when we live in the space, it's the space of all possibilities, and we don't have to choose other than choosing a clear direction of everything we want to create. Okay?
Okay.
All right, good. And, Miranda?
Yes.
I didn't let me read back to you what you did. You went, okay. Does that sound to you like you got it?
No, I do. I was just hoping for some insight, because whatever the message you gave me, I already knew. I'm going.
Well, they're saying no. So, what kind of specific information do you want, other than you can create whatever it is you want?
Just some guidance on the population I should be working with, because I have some choices.
Okay. And you know right now which one you're most excited about, don't you?
Yes, I do. But,
okay.
sometimes it's not always available, though, because there's no opportunity. Maybe the positions are filled, so I want to be flexible and open.
And Miranda, that's why they told you don't quite get creating your life. If that's what you want and that's what excites you, go, guys, create an opportunity. I'm going to go look for it, and you bring it to me. Work with me. This is what I want to do. But you see, you're going, well, maybe I can't, and maybe it won't, and maybe there isn't. So what do I do then?
No, because I trust in divine timing. I just believe that if sometimes doors are closed for a reason, and I just want to be open. So I think I'm going in with the right headspace. That's fine. Thank you for your message.
You bet. All right, I'm going to bring Stephen on, my beautiful producer here, because he told me a beautiful story, and I just want you guys to hear it. Stephen, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Hi. Okay, just tell him the story of Miss Zara, your little girl that just had a birthday party.
Well, yesterday we had a birthday party with both sides of our family here. It was 22 people, a very large party. And this morning, my daughter Zara was telling us how she loved her aunt, and she loved her uncle, and she loved her grandmother and her grandfather and me and my wife. And she said, and I love myself, and I love my kitty, and I love my stuffed animal. And she just said all that without pause. And I said, Zara, you love yourself? She said, yes, I love myself very much. And we were very proud of her because we didn't tell her, you need to love yourself, or loving yourself is important, because she just turned 5. But I'm pretty sure all of that came from Buffalopaloo.
Oh, God, Stephen, I just love that story. And if you'd ever met little Zara, everybody, she is this huge ball of pure light. She's just pure, and she lives with I can share this, right, Stephen?
Sure.
Yeah, she lives with cystic fibrosis. And when she was out visiting, that little girl had to be on that breathing machine and getting her little chest pumped. And she was just the happiest. It was like, this ain't going to get me down. She is just exactly what we teach here. And that's who we all are. That's the light that we all are, So thanks, Stephen. I just want to share that with everybody because I love my Papa stories. Thank you.
And I wanted to add.
Oh, hold on, because I think I just took you off. I did. What? Okay, what?
I just wanted to let everybody know that you were talking about your webinars earlier. A lot of the webinars, there are previews available on your YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/DeeWallaceOfficial.
Oh, thank you for that, because I probably wouldn't have been able to do that. Okay, thanks, Stephen.
You're welcome.
Yeah, if you want to introduce anybody to the work, guys, take him to the YouTube channel and let him hear some of the beginnings of these amazing webinars that we have, and then they'll know if they want to hear more. And so will you. Lynn in Los Angeles, you're on.
Hi. I'm so excited about this show because I believe I am living in that space, finally.
Yes? I get it. Yes.
Yes.
Yay.
Yes. Yay. Oh, my gosh. So I'm now, well, I think I just got my answer about,
yes, you did.
I'm accepting where I'm at. Work is flowing in, but it's, it's like day job stuff, which I love, and then my guest house is amazing. And I feel like it's time now to get in some sort of action towards getting back into acting, doing what I love, which I love that, and producing.
Okay, so hold on a minute, because there's some information coming in. And they're saying, because I took a big hit when you said day jobs. And what they said is, she loves day jobs because she doesn't like to be tied down for too long. She doesn't like to be tied down for too long, right? So be clear then, because if you're looking for acting jobs, Lynn, and you're going in for series regulars, you're probably not going to commit all the way, because that ties you down.
Wow. See, my thought is that doesn't tie me down in the kind of way I don't want to be. But I guess if it goes for seasons, maybe it does.
I'm getting a yes, and it's so. But we have to get to why. Why don't you like to get tied down, and then it'll all come together. Hold on, sheets Give me a movie.
Spider-Man.
Yeah. So, in order for you to save yourself, you got to hop from building to building. You got to fly here. You got to do that. You got to, he's like always attaching himself somewhere else in order to keep himself safe and everybody else safe. Okay?
Wow.
So you need to bring, this really goes back to your little girl again. And it's your energy as well as physicality, Lynn, that you feel like your energy has to kind of bounce off so that you, when you were a child, didn't really have to focus on all the hurtful stuff. Is this making any sense?
Yeah, completely, because like you said that, and my thought was, or my feeling is like, yeah, I can't keep it going, so I have to like propel off stuff. Like I love adrenaline. And everything I do is hurry up and wait. Security work is like be on call, like be alert, but nothing happens until something happens. And then it just acting the same thing. You wait around, and then you go.
Okay, but I
and that's
want
how
you to
keep going.
Yes, but that doesn't create the consistency that you want right now.
Exactly.
Okay, so we can get the adrenaline by not being on the roller coaster all the time. Remember when we used to talk about that?
Yes,
So
because I grew up being so depressed, and my mom was so depressed. So I think that was my way of...
Well, you disassociated, Lynn.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's in the dissociation that the high comes for you. But that ain't going to work for you anymore. You got to work with your little girl, right, to bring her into the space of who she is.
Okay, now I've been working with her lovingly, like we talked about a couple weeks ago, about how things are going to be created differently now, and it's great, and we don't have to be a victim to anything or pay a price for moving forward, and we're safe in it. And so maybe
that's
now
why all this stuff is coming up today.
Okay.
Lynn.
Okay.
This insight about, because she's saying, yeah, but in order to survive, I have to disassociate. And when I disassociate, that's, when I remove myself and back away, that's when the exciting stuff happens for me instead of against me. But she's kind of got it laid out wrong, right? So just scoop her up and let her know that you're both ready, willing, and able to have exciting consistency. Exciting consistency.
That's beautiful. That brings tears to my eyes.
Okay, great. That's your message. All right, baby?
Thank you.
Yeah, you bet.
Thank you.
So,
love you.
So I love you too, honey. What we just did with Nancy was for everybody around the space. And Phyllis was on here, and I wanted to talk to Phyllis, but now I don't find you. Where did you go? Where are you? There you are. Hi, sweetheart. You're on.
Hey, Dee, I'm yelling, I'm right here.
Well, I found you.
Yeah, I had this, I talked to you a few nights ago, and we were just talking about this letting go of this body armor, and also the fact that because of the grief process, I have, is it more of an open heart being here? Because everybody has been so nice and kind and wonderful. And I've been in my hometown. Everything is just so sweet. Even the humid wall of salt air here. It's just...
Yes, because you left your armor off. See,
Yeah.
People can't reach your heart if you've got armor over it, guys. If you've got protection over it. If you've got, you better, watch out. I'm watching you so you don't hurt me. They can't see the space of you.
Yeah, and so I just want to be able to bring that back to New Mexico, because right now I'm just like, I want to move back to my sweet little hometown. It's just so calm and lovely. And
well, then take it, Phyllis. You're the creator of you.
Take what?
You said, I just want to take it back to my hometown. Well, then take it.
Okay. I thought you were going to say, go ahead and move here.
Take your open heart and your expectation of good and sweetness and love everywhere you go, because that's who you are.
Yeah, it just sometimes seems easier on the beach to have that.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm just.
Well, I think it's easier for all of us in certain places. And what we have to find out is, why do we allow our armor to come down in those places? And they're giving me the word ions right now. The ions there are very different.
Oh yeah. The minute I got here, it was just like walking in this peaceful.
Okay, so I would go where the ions are, or take the ions with you. And remember, you're the creator of you. So figure it out the way you want it.
Yeah, I just want to be flitting around again. I mean, I don't know. I moved to Hawaii for 3 years, and I thought that was it.
It's all it, and none of it's it, depending on your perspective.
Right.
So if you're never going to be happy with the consistency, right? What we just talked to Lynn about. If it's in the adaptation and the newness that we get our high, then the consistency of creation has got to take on the guise of constant change. Do you understand?
Yeah, this isn't new. I guess I'm sorry to interrupt you, but this isn't new here. I mean, this is where I grew up. It's not new at all.
Well, it's new from where you've been.
Okay.
Guys, the highest thing to know about this is the place you're looking for, the job you're looking for, the decision you're looking for is within you.
Yeah.
If
I know that.
If I go to Hawaii, which is my favorite place on earth, and I still need constant change to be happy, then ultimately Hawaii won't be enough. And I'll have to find someplace else. And I'll go, well, okay, it lasted for a while, but now I'm ready for a change again. So basically, Phyllis, they're saying don't judge yourself for wanting all this change, but find that place of ionic peace that you have right now wherever you go. Hold on, there's something we're trying to tie together here. Hold on, sheets. Okay. There's no rule that anybody has to stay in the same place doing the same thing in order to be happy. Those are your parents' rules.
Yeah.
That's not the way this world works anymore. We move at a lightning speed. But going back there reminded you of when it was so much simpler and you could just be happy staying there. Be happy within yourself. Be happy without the searching and the looking and the questioning and the moving and all that stuff, Phyllis.
Yeah,
okay?
it is very simple. It's very simple here.
Yeah.
It's very simple.
Yeah. And they're saying after 3 months, that would probably be totally boring to you. And so take it with you. Wherever you go,
Okay.
take it with you. Because you're not a person, and this is who you are in a positive way. You're not a person that's going to, retire in Florida in a home and stay there forever. That's not who you are. Who your parents were, not who you are, Phyllis.
Yeah.
But take the peace that you're finding there wherever you go, honey. Okay?
Okay, I got it.
You did. I'm checking. Bye.
I did. Okay. Thanks, Dee.
You bet. So what's the whole message of this show? Is to be in our space. And what are we going to do this week? I am the space of me. I am all the possibilities of me that I can be. I am all the possibilities of the world and the universe and the planet. That's what it means to be God, is all thought and all possibilities. That's the space of us. So I guess we could end the show by saying the space of us is the God of us, is the force of us that knows, that focuses, and that creates what we want. And so it is. Wow. Wow. What a show. I love you guys. I love you guys for bringing all this stuff in. And until we meet again, love yourselves and love yourselves and love yourselves and love yourselves and squeeze yourselves and hug yourselves more and more and more and more, because that's what it's all about.
Thanks for joining Dee on Conscious Creation. Visit her website at iamdeewallace.com for awesome downloads, archived shows, enlightening webinars, and amazing free offerings. And remember, you can hear Dee every week on BBS Radio, iTunes, the Empowerment Channel at the Connect Me Radio Network. You can also hear Dee on Get Inspired Media Network, Transformation Talk Radio, UBN Universal Broadcasting Network, plus News for the Soul Broadcasting. Be sure to join us next week for Conscious Creation with Dee Wallace. And remember, loving yourself is the key to creation.